Hello everybody, this is Rebecca Jane from yogawithrebeccajane.com. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. So float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Muhammad Ali. That's how he described his boxing style. So we're going to float like a butterfly today. And how we're going to do it is we're going to focus on it's going to be active mobility as opposed to passive mobility. So just briefly to explain it. I'll first start with the passive. Passive mobility is which we do a lot of in our yoga practices, where we use the ground, we use our arms for leverage. So when we do a twist, for instance, you'll take one hand on the thigh and the other hand behind the back, and we press into the thigh, press into the ground, lift up, and then it provides leverage to twist. So we're not just relying on the muscles, the oblique muscles, the back muscles, we're also using the arm muscles to assist, and we can hold stretches longer. Fantastic. I love it. Nothing like a twist, supported twist. Now you try that, we'll do this at the end of class, you try that without the support of the hands, very different. So we're going to do and that's active. So we're going to do some flows today, a flow that was identical to what we did earlier in the week, where we used our hands, runner's lunge with the hands on the ground. This time we're going to do hands reaching behind. So we're not going to use the ground or the arms to provide that extra support. The reason is we want to recruit different muscles, and it also deepens your ability to be mobile. So you'll understand by the end of the class what I'm talking about. So active mobility. And that's exactly what Muhammad Ali was talking about. It's about, because when you're boxing, you have to be able to move easily and gracefully in order to win the fight. So I'm going to take my blanket. We're going to come onto our backs for a little bit, not too long. But once you're on your back, I want you to do whatever you want to kind of get yourself stretched out. Whatever feels good, stretching, take a breath in. It always feels nice to stretch the entire body on a harder surface than a bed. And then we're going to bring our knees in, give yourself a hug. This time, start with the arms wrapping around the shins. So here you are in supported stretch. Then lower your head down, just release the hands to the ground. Bring your head back up, but without the use of your hands. Very different. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, keep your right knee in towards your chest. Just extend that left leg down on the ground, as if you're standing on it. And then straighten your right leg. So normally we'd get a strap or use your hands to gently draw that foot towards you. We're not doing that. We're using our brain. This is an energetic move. You're going to kick your right heel up, pull the toes towards your shins, and try and straighten that leg. So lots of different muscles working here. You can even feel tummy muscles are going to be doing their thing. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Maybe not as much fun. And then I want you to open your right leg out. Arms are not moving, they're just staying to the side. Out to the side. Now gravity is going to pull that foot down, but you're going to have to keep it high enough that that left hip doesn't lift. And you're recruiting those inner thigh muscles to work. So pick that right foot up. Make sure that left hip hasn't lifted off the ground. And breathe in. And breathe out. So you might feel some shakiness of that leg. And then bring your right knee in. This time, hug your knee and use your hands. Oh. It's like, yes. We're going to do happy baby, half a happy baby. We're still on the right side. Without the help of the hands. Pull that right foot down, push into that imaginary ceiling, that very low ceiling. And then place your right foot back down on the ground. Just pause for a moment with knees bent, feet flat. Close the eyes. Feeling into that right leg. You might feel a lot more sensation. And now you're going to bring your knees back in towards you without the help of the hands, both knees. Bring your forehead to your knees. Inhale. And then exhale, lower the feet to the ground. This time, left leg actually stays hugged in without the hands and extend your right leg on the ground. Left leg lifts. You have to concentrate here. Kick that heel up to the ceiling, toes towards your shins. Soften the shoulders down. You might be a little more tense. Breathing in. Lower back gently resting into, see if you can get that lower back into the ground. And then let that left leg open. Now I'm placing my right hand on my right hip bone just to make sure that doesn't move. Just gives me a little idea of how far I can go. And then I'm going to go as far as I can, and then I'm going to just lift it slightly up, just a touch, so that I can activate those inner thigh muscles. And breathe in. So there's a little shaking going on here. And then gently lift. I'm not supporting with my hand. It looks like I am. Left leg lifts. I'm not cheating, I promise. And then just bring that knee in for a second. And then come out into half a happy baby without the support of the hand. So normally we would pull it down, and we could hold this for forever. It's easy with the hand. And try it without. You're pushing up through that left foot, pull and push, and as if you're pushing into a wall, and that wall just happens to have the ability, whatever, this, to be able to push down into that foot. And then let's bring both knees in. Let your arms wrap around those shins. Lower the feet to the ground, knees pointing up. Just pause here for a moment. Bring your hands onto your rib cage. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do figure 4 now. Take your right ankle on your left thigh. No help with the hands. Left leg is at a 90 degree, right leg is at a 90 degree. Feet are flexed. So you're going to imagine, energetically, pull your left knee in towards your right ankle and then push that right knee away. Without the assistance, normally we'd take the hands behind the thigh. Yes, that does feel good. Both are important, the passive and the active. But the active we don't do enough of. And then lower that left foot down, uncross your right leg. Just pause here for one full breath with knees pointing up. Inhale. Both feet flat. And then this time, left ankle on right thigh. Both feet are flexed. Lift your right leg up. No help with the hands. Draw that right knee and left knee forward. So all of a sudden, all these muscles that you normally, they would work, the effort wouldn't be as strong or needed. We're like, come on, we need you right now. And then lower that right foot down, uncross your left leg. Take a pause here. Bring the hands back to your rib cage, feeling in. Inhale. And exhale. And then gently rock up, either to the side or roll all the way up, coming onto hands and knees. Okay, touch your hands down. Press, sit back into child's pose. Get a nice stretch here through the arms, hips. Inhaling and exhaling. And then gently coming onto your heels, rolling up and lifting off of your heels. And we're going to dive down. So when we dive down, so walk your feet towards the back of the mat. When we dive down, we're not using anything but our back muscles, tummy muscles. And then you're going to slither forward all the way down onto your belly, coming into a cobra. Slide the hands, and you're going to do the cobra with the hands on the ground, pushing into the ground, lifting up. Do a baby cobra here, so don't go crazy, little gentle cobra. And using those hands to push into the ground, and then gently lower yourself down. Sliding back. If you were strong enough, we could maybe not even use the hands. I need my hands. So we're going to come back, sit on our heels, and we're going to lift back up. We're going to reach the arms up to the sky and then dive back down. Slither forward onto your bellies as if you're a cat ready to pounce. Once you're on your belly, we're going to do the same cobra but different. The hands are going to hover off the ground. So we're not using the hands to support this at all. Press the big toes into the ground, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look towards the ground and then lower back down. Lift back up. Press back into towards your heels. Before you even touch down, let's come all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Little gentle back bend. Then dive back down. Back is rounded, tummy is pulling in. We'll do this one more time. Slither forward. Coming onto your bellies. Unsupported cobra. From now on, no more supported cobra. Hands hover. Squeeze shoulder blades. And then come all the way up onto your hands and knees. Let's do a few cats and cows. Just using the support of the hands, pressing into the ground, the shins. Breathing in. So notice the difference when you do things with, as you use the ground, you use your arms, the feet to help provide to help with the effort of cat and cows. And then coming back to neutral, curling toes under, downward facing dog. Walk your hands a little further, spread those fingers. Press into the pads of the fingers, lift up through the palms. So you're not dumping everything onto your arms. Bend those knees, tilt your tailbone up to the sky, then maybe straighten those legs. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take a little saunter to the front of the mat. So once we're at the front of the mat, take the opposite elbow. Even though you can touch down, don't use your hands. Take hold of the elbow. Let your arms dangle heavily. Head is heavy. Unsupported Uttanasana. Unsupported forward bend. And then from here, we're going to come up to halfway. Now, normally we put our hands on our shins or on blocks. This time, we're going to reach our hands back. So there's no support with the hands. We're going to use, now our backs are going to have to work a little harder, and then lift all the way up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky. Inhale. Then exhale, float the hands next to your sides. We're going to do a few sets of these half sun salutations. Inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. As if your arms, they're just there, following the move. Inhale, halfway with the arms reaching back, looking down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands float next to your sides. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, come and reach the hands back, lift up halfway. And then lower yourself back down, forward fold. Then inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, this time hands to heart. Just take a pause here for one full breath. Feeling in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale this time, open the eyes. Make sure your feet are hip distance. Sit down into your chair. So this is obviously an unsupported posture we do all the time. That's why it's so hard. Lower the hands to the ground, forward fold. Inhaling that halfway, reach the arms back as if you're going to leap forward. This time lower the hands to the ground, step right foot back. Runner's lunge, but guess where our runner's lunge are going? We're going to reach the arms behind us rather than using the hands to support us, unless you need it. Lower the hands to the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale and into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into that cobra, baby cobra with the hands floating off the ground. Breathing in. Squeezing shoulders and then lower back down. Lift back up into downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. Step right foot to right thumb. Runner's lunge. Arms sweep back behind you. Flatten out that back using all these gorgeous muscles. And then lowering the hands to the ground. Step left foot forward. Inhale halfway, reach arms back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sit down into your chair. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling halfway, arms sweeping back. Exhale, lower hands to the ground, step left foot back, runner's lunge. Arms reaching back behind you again, breathing in and breathing out. And then lowering the hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra, and hover those fingers off the ground. Squeezing the elbows, lift up a little bit higher. Lower hands to the ground, lift back up, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, step left foot to left thumb. That rose runner's lunges. Reach arms back. Take an inhale. Exhale, step right foot forward. Inhaling halfway. Arms sweep up behind you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands this time to heart. Pause. Feeling in. Inhale. And exhale. Let the eyes gently open. I'm going to turn so you could see me. Keep the hands in front of your heart. We're going to do our tree, active tree pose. So we've done this before. Lift your right leg up in front of you to start. No use of the assistance of the hands or the use of the other leg, other than standing, obviously. Open the right leg out to the side. Bring that right foot in. Just hover it inside your left leg. Hover. And maybe hands can reach to the ceiling. Can you feel it? The work that's involved here. I'm going to do the tree again tomorrow in the next class, and we'll do it in a supportive way. You'll feel the difference. Bring that right knee forward and then lower it down. Hands to heart. Let's do a few little figure eights just to loosen up those hips Loosen up those ankles, shoulders. And then come back, we have the other side. So now your right leg is your standing leg. Left leg lifts in front of you into that stag pose. Then open out to the left side. No assistance of the hands. Bring that left foot in as high as you can, hovering inside that right leg. And maybe, just maybe, the arms can reach. You could even, if you need a support of a wall with your hand, that's fine. Breathing in. So there's all these muscles. Oblique muscles, back muscles, leg muscles. You could shaking, shaking, shaking. Then from here, bring your hands back to your heart. Left knee comes forward again. Lower that left foot down. Let's do some gentle sways of the hips. Come back. If you have moved to the front of the mat, let's inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. This time exhale, forward fold. Inhaling that halfway, reach the arms back behind you. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into that cobra, hovering cobra. If you want to add the feet, why not? Let's do the feet as well. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. So now we have the feet hovering, the hands hovering. Inhaling and exhaling. Lowering the hands to the ground. Lift back up onto your all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. Step right foot to right thumb. Flatten out your back foot. Cartwheel those arms open. Warrior two. So from here, we're going to recruit all the lower muscles into this pose, which we do anyway, right? But we're going to do eagle arms. So normally, listen closely before you do your eagle arms. We're not going to do the typical, the supported eagle arms where we wrap. We're going to make a little cactus shape arms. Spin the palms towards you, and then bring the elbows to touch. And then from here, just take the wrists and pull them apart. So it's the same action. Make sure your legs are working here. They're supporting you. Same feeling with the stretch of the upper back without the wrapping of the arms. Much harder. Inhale and exhale. Release the arms down. Let's just turn the left foot to the back of the mat. Now you're in warrior two. Just switch rather than go back down. Same thing on this side. Same thing we just did. Open the arms out to the sides. Bend the elbows, bringing the elbows in towards each other, touching elbows. Palms facing you. Open the wrists. Make sure the elbows are in line with your shoulders. Same action. Oh, but hard. A lot of muscles here. Breathing in. Are you noticing a difference? Then release the arms back out to the sides. Turn your body forward. Right toes forward. Step back. Downward facing dog. Oh, come onto your knees. I can feel especially around my bra line from doing this class. Come on down. Take a few little sways of the hips. Into child's pose. And then gently coming up to all fours. Transition onto your right hip. And then into a Baddha Konasana. We're going to do a twist from Baddha Konasana. We're going to start with the supporter twist. So you're going to take your right hand on the left thigh. Left hand behind your back on the ground on fingertips. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, twist. Soften your left shoulder down. Oh, that feels so good. Now, come back to center. We're going to do that twist again, but this time with the arms, cactus-shaped arms. You're going to twist to the left. Go as far as you can without the support of your arms. Inhaling. Exhaling. So the effort's coming from other parts of your body. And then come back to center. Oof, shake it out. Let's take the left hand on the left thigh, right hand behind your back. Inhale, elongate that spine, and then twist. And then come back to center. Let's do the unsupported version, or the active version. Arms are in that cactus shape. Take an inhale and exhale, twist. So I can't go very far here without the assistance of my arms. And then come back to center. Extend those legs. Just take a nice little stretch. I think it is good for the back. You can use the support of your hands. Use whatever feels good now. So I'm really going to try really work on now throughout our classes, combining those supported and also the active and the passive, which we do, but we don't do a lot of the active. Let's gently come up, slide our bottom towards our heels, feet are flat on the ground. So this is an unsupported roll down. We're just letting gravity pull us, but we have to use tummy muscles, back muscles to lower down. We can always make it a little easier or supported by taking your hands behind your knees and then come all the way down to the ground. Let's stretch through the arms, stretch through the legs. Slide your feet in so the knees are pointing up. Feet are as wide as the width of the mat. Open the arms out to the sides, palms up, and let's do some windshield wiper legs. And then the next time you drop your knees to the right, stay there. And turn your head looking to the left. So think about it, as we age and we're more prone to falling, knees back up and then drop your knees to the left, look to the right. If you're used to working with the active mobility, doing active mobility flows and exercises, you're more likely to catch yourself before you fall, because you'll have built up those core muscles. Lift your knees back up. Give yourself a hug without the help of your hands. And then wrap the hands around those shins. Lower your head to the ground. And then extend left foot to left corner, right to right. And settle yourself into the most relaxing pose where there's no effort required. Shavasana. And stay where you are for another few moments. I'm going to come up into my cross-legged seat. Whenever you get to that cross-legged seat, when it's time for you, this is a pose that you don't get there's no support if you're not leaning against a wall or the back of a chair. So this is active mobility. This is why sitting without the support of a back, something for your back, is hard. There's nothing to lean on, there's nothing to press against. It's just you, your body. Amazing, huh? As I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal this practice, I hope you enjoyed it and you're feeling energized. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.